If you come across a bird's nest along the road, whether in a road or on the ground, and the mother is sitting on the young or on the eggs, don't take the mother with the young. You may take the babies, but let the mother bird go so that you will live a good and long time. This is a passage that appears in Deuteronomy 22 verses 6 to 7 in the Old Testament of the Holy Bible. Let the mother bird go, is the commandment of God. Jesus says in Luke chapter 12 and verse 24 of the New Testament in the Bible, "Consider the ravens, for they neither sow nor reap, they have no storeroom nor barn, and yet God feeds them. How much more valuable you are than the birds." Verse 3 of Psalm 84 in the Old Testament of the Bible reads, "The bird also has found a house, and the swallow a nest for herself, where she may lay her young. Even your altars, O Lord of hosts, my King and my God." Let the mother bird go, is the message that Professor Chilkuri Vasanth Rao takes across the world. He has been doing it since 1996, to be precise. The Old Testament scholar that he is, Vasanth Rao, who has a PhD from Germany, raises his voice to protect nature. Ecology is his concern. His love for nature is not just because of its beauty, it is also because of the commandment that requires everyone to preserve nature. An avid bird watcher, Vasanth Rao traverses the length and breadth of India to photograph birds. Birds are his best friends. In the city of Bengaluru in India, Vasanth Rao heads the United Theological College, UTC, as its principal. In the garden city that Bengaluru is, the campus of the college has trees which are decades old. The birds on the trees are his best friends. He holds a conversation with them, as if he were talking to human beings. He also talks about crows being his best friends as they recognize him as soon as he comes out of his house to walk to his office.
What was that you were aiming for?
Red watlet lapwing. There's a big colony there. You hardly get to see anything there actually.
Yeah, I can't see anything. That
You
is
just
why I
can't
must-
see anything.
So
But I
how-
can. Well, you have to scan with your eyes. That's all. You'll be you'll be surprised how many of them are there. There's a big colony of them.
Right.
It's just there, amidst those boulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. White-breasted water hen.
And what is this bird?
White-breasted water hen.
What you've now taken?
Yes, it's there.
Before
I
you
saw-
aimed the camera, huh?
Yeah, I just scanned with my eyes. So I saw some movement.
So after you noticed that movement, you aimed your camera.
Yeah. So cute. There are lots of ibis family. Ibis, white-headed ibis, black-headed ibis. Lots of ibis family. This is one of them, God given.
What was that? What bird was that?
It was a peacock dance. It's dancing before a peahen. It is attracting for mating.
The United Nations has listed 17 Sustainable Development Goals. Goal number 15 reads, protect, restore, and promote sustainable use of terrestrial ecosystems, sustainably manage forests, combat desertification, and halt and reverse land degradation and halt biodiversity loss. Goal number 13 reads, take urgent action to combat climate change and its impacts. Goal number 7 reads, make cities and settlements inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable. The 62-year-old Professor Vasanth Rao talks about all these from the pulpits in churches, at gatherings, both religious and not religious, both formal and informal, and with people on a one-to-one basis. The slogan he carries with him is, let the mother bird go. The priest and professor interacts with individuals, talking with them about the need to preserve ecology and help preserve the natural habitat of birds.
Mohini Chervo. The first thing that we have seen was two hornbills. They are grey Indian hornbills. That was a quail, kauku, Indian. Yeah, then what we have seen, that's a kingfisher. That's a kingfisher. That's a white-breasted kingfisher, which is very common here. But then there is another kingfisher called common kingfisher, which is uncommon actually. It is uncommon because it's in India. It is said that when the British had come, it was a common kingfisher there in England. It is uncommon here in India. But whereas our white-breasted kingfisher seems to be the very common one here. Many of them are cattle egrets because they accompany the cattle, and cattle have some bugs on them. So they eat those bugs. So that's why it is called cattle egret. So cattle and egret, they go together. Wow. That's a drongo.
What's a drongo?
It's like a crow, small in nature, but it has a tail. It's a black drongo, blue drongo, and fork-tailed drongo, a racket-tailed drongo, ashy drongo, bronze drongo. I mean, there's a whole variety of them. There you see.
While he clicks photographs of birds, he seizes the opportunity to tell curious onlookers about how important it was to preserve ecology. Let the mother bird go, he says. The mother bird will go, only if you let it go, he reminds.
I'm Chilkuri Vasanth Rao, principal of the United Theological College, Bangalore. I have specially come to Hyderabad to visit the Oxygen Park of Osmania University here in Hyderabad. This is a wonderful bird haven, paradise for birds. It is called the Mohini Cheruvu. It is just behind the DD colony of the Osmania University. And there have been a lot of species of birds that we have seen. I mean, mainly the water birds. There were peacocks, there were peahens, there were moor hens, there were swamp hens, there were Eurasian coots, wagtails, little grapes, kingfishers, and many small birds that we have seen, the herons, pond herons, the many kinds of egrets. And I've never expected, but it's been a very rich experience that I've had this morning. A lot of bird activity.
On top of Vasanth Rao's wish list was a trip to the mother of all bird sanctuaries in India. It is the Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary in Rajasthan. For the vast flora and fauna that it has, UNESCO declared the Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary as a World Heritage Site. It is a big draw for bird lovers from across the world. UNESCO describes the sanctuary in these words. This former duck hunting reserve of the Maharajas is one of the major wintering areas for large numbers of aquatic birds from Afghanistan, Turkmenistan, China, and Siberia. Some 364 species of birds, including the rare Siberian crane, have been recorded in the park. In its elaboration of the description, UNESCO says the national park is an important wintering ground of Palearctic migratory waterfowl and is renowned for its large congregation of non-migratory resident breeding birds. A green wildlife oasis situated within a populated human-dominated landscape, some 375 bird species and a diverse array of other life forms have been recorded in this mosaic of grasslands, woodlands, woodland swamps and wetlands of just 2,873 hectares. This bird paradise was developed in a natural depression wetland that was managed as a duck shooting reserve at the end of the 19th century. Due to its strategic location in the middle of Central Asian migratory flyway and presence of water, large congregations of ducks, geese, coots, pelicans, and waders arrive in the winter. The park was the only known wintering site of the central population of the critically endangered Siberian crane, and also serves as a wintering area for other globally threatened species such as the greater spotted eagle and imperial eagle. During the breeding season, the most spectacular heronry in the region is formed by 15 species of herons, ibis, cormorants, spoonbills, and storks, where in a well-flooded year over 20,000 birds nest. This description by UNESCO was enticing for Vasanth Rao. While at the park, he watched the beautiful birds and filmed them. His emphasis is always on preserving nature, and birds matter much.
The biggest stork in India.
There are two types of birds and creatures that I was able to cite. One is the endemic birds, and the other one are the migratory birds. Among the endemic birds, I had seen Indian robin, purple heron, white-throated kingfisher, painted stork, spot-billed duck, grey heron, grey-headed swamp hen, white-breasted water hen, bronze-winged jacana, several egrets, pied kingfisher, common moor hens, and a very, very special bird that is Sarus crane. The migratory birds at Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary, gadwals, white-eyed pochard, northern shoveler, northern pintail, grey lag goose, common teal, gargany, wood sandpiper, Eurasian spoonbills, glossy ibis, bar-headed goose, ruddy shelduck, Eurasian coot, and the western marsh harrier. The other endemic birds that I've sighted at the Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary are white-tailed lapwing, red watlet lapwing, yellow-footed green pigeon, lesser whistling ducks, little grapes, laughing dove, greater cowcull, Asian open-bill stork, black-necked stork, Indian pond heron, golden eagle, nilagais, axis deers, jackals, turtles, cormorants, oriental darters.